All right, welcome back. Welcome back to part 4 video and answering the test question. What will be the temperature at 1 p.m.? This is a unit rate type of problem, and this should be, part 4 should be the final video segment in answering this question. So at 4 a.m., it was negative 10 degrees. Oh, let me bring it down just a little bit. There you go. You can see the degrees. At 7 a.m., it was negative 1, right? So that's the 3 hours changed 9 degrees we talked about in previous parts of the video. And then at 1 p.m., it was what degrees? That's the question. What was it at 1 p.m.? So, again, we're not looking for the total number of degrees of change. We are looking for the temperature. So we started, it was negative 10. We want to know the temperature when we finish at 1 p.m. Remember, we started at 4 a.m. What's the temperature at 1 p.m.? So let's take a look. The total temperature change was 27 degrees. So if you take negative 10 and you add that 27 degree total change, that will give you the temperature at 1 p.m. So here you can see negative 10 degrees plus 27 degrees gives us a temperature of 17 degrees at 1 p.m. The answer is 17A. So some of us have difficulty adding and subtracting positive and negative numbers. So what I've done is I've created a number line below to help you visualize and maybe see what I did to get to that answer. And you can absolutely do this as well. This is an extremely complicated and I would say a very difficult problem on your GED and HiSET exam. So again, the answer is A, 17 degrees. 17 degrees. And I might want to just add a little bit here, fix my mistake at 17 degrees at 1, not a.m., at 1 p.m. All right, so follow me along here. What I did was I created a number line. Again, you've seen a couple in my parts of my video. On the bottom, I go from negative 10 to negative 5 to 0 to 5, positive 5 to positive 10 to positive 15 to positive 20. So that's my number line. That's my number line, right? Up above, I start at negative 10. And how many times do I have to count? I count to 27. Where do I end up? At positive 17. That is the temperature at 1 p.m. So starting at negative 10, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20, I'm at the 10. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27. I end at 17 degrees. So that's something you can also do if you really struggle with adding and subtracting positive and negative numbers, or again, those are called integers. If you want to practice some of these skills, I have some suggestive, get that tongue out of the way, internet searches that you could perform. So conduct an internet search for worksheets with answers. Again, you want to know what the answers are. If you're doing it right, or if you're doing it wrong. If you're doing it right, keep doing it right. If you're doing it wrong, check your steps. Somewhere along the line, you made a mistake. The more often you can find and spot your mistakes, the closer you are getting to mastering that skill. So go ahead and do that. Find your mistake. Never do it again. So worksheets with answers on, fill in the blanks, adding and subtracting integers. Those are positive and negative numbers. Finding or simplifying unit rates. Finding or simplifying unit rates. Okay. Understanding a number line with both positive and negative numbers. I have created a bunch of videos on this. Please check out my videos on integers, both with number lines and without. I go over the rules of adding and subtracting positive and negative numbers. I also go over the rules for multiplying and dividing integers, right? And of course, practice problems on reducing, simplifying fractions and unit rates. This was a very difficult problem, but if you understand, you practice these skills, you'll get better, 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 and you'll be able to answer these test questions when you see them on an exam. At the very least, you'll be able to eliminate 2 out of the 4 or 5 options, A, B, C, or D, E if you're taking the HiSET, and that increases your odds of answering these test questions correctly. Math is easy. Take it step by step. If I've helped you, please help me to help others by liking, following, sharing, and subscribing. Thank you so much for your time.